Hello, Al pals. This is Big Al. Welcome to Big Al Presents Films with Friends, the film. The 1974 Hammer horror swashbuckling action film, Captain KRONOS, Vampire Hunter, starring Horst, Janson, and more importantly, Caroline Munro. That is the film The Friends, of course. The lovely Nanette of Netters Network. How are you doing, my dear? And what are you drinking from the vein of the neck of your husband tonight?
Well,
O positive.
Actually, I can't drink his because he's O positive and I'm A positive, and the two don't mix.
Actually, yeah,
Ooh.
no, you can have O positive. I can't have A.
Can't.
Yeah.
Okay, so he can't drink my blood, but I can drink his.
Yep.
But
Well, there you go.
instead, I'm going to have a black cherry Waterloo sparkling water.
Well, that's very good. I actually, oh man, I still got a little, I'm still sipping on peach tea, but sometime I'm sure during the movie I'll switch over to Mountain Dew. It was on sale.
There you go.
There you
So
go.
I bought a couple. wasn't big time on sale, but it was on sale enough to get two of them, two 12 packs. But that's what I'm drinking. And of course, my other friend is the wonderful Troy Pacelli, the creature of the night himself. Well, what beautiful music he can make. How are you doing, Troy? What you sipping?
I'm doing great. Glad you didn't call me lovely. I'd question your eyesight.
I almost, if I ever did, it's just going to be sheer weird habit of introducing.
Yeah. And I'm having a diet. Well, actually, Squirt Zero Sugar Grapefruit Soda. They don't call it diet anymore for some reason. They call it zero sugar. I don't really know what the difference is, but that's what they say.
I think it's the sweetener.
Whether or not it's aspartame or the other one.
Because Mountain Dew has diet and zero.
Yeah.
And I actually prefer diet taste-wise.
Yeah.
Because I've had zero, but there is like a slight difference.
Yeah.
Also a little in the effervescentness of it. I don't know what it is, but I got some this week and decided I'm actually going to have to switch over.
I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but there is a difference in sodas, not just sweetness and whatnot, between regular and diet. Not just in the sugar content, but in the acid content. And I believe that is because of the lack of sugar. It tends to be a little bit more acidic. So that's going to change the flavor too.
Yeah, I remember a few years ago when Mountain Dew did the whole they went through the original recipe for like a throwback.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that was, I enjoyed that. I got some of that before my first diabetes diagnosis. My A1 has been fine for the last 2 years. So I don't know if I'm diabetic or not. But I do drink diet just to be safe, and I try to limit my sweets. Although I will say that was hard yesterday when I ate the authentic New Orleans praline that was brought to me by Fan Man from Louisiana. So that was good. I like a nice pecan praline.
I'll tell you something. And I'm not saying this to suggest you do anything or even get you thinking a certain way, but after I lost a whole lot of weight, I lost about 100 pounds, and most of that was fasting from anything that had any sweetness, sugar, any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's tough because also like anything that's like bready and white, like pasta.
Well, true, but here's the thing. Now, if I have if I have ice cream, if I have any significant amount of chocolate, I get sick.
Ugh.
And honestly, I know you think that might sound like a downside, but there's okay, I can do without it, and I guess I'm better off for it,
You find something that works, you don't have that, and just find something
I just don't crave it anymore. Netter will say, "Do you want a cookie?
Yeah.
You want this?" No.
I used to go through regular Pepsi was my drink of choice when I was young, and now
Yeah.
I'm like, bleh. It just
Yeah.
does, that change of taste as you grow older. Let me. Oops.
Yeah.
Sorry, having a little not technical difficulty, but my little tray was about to. It's this microphone wire. I have new headset. Well, for the last few months now, but it plugs in on the other side of the computer because it's one of those little double ones. It has the headphone jack and USB port. It needs both, but I have to do it on the other side. It kind of like throws me off because I'm used to having everything from the other side. But let's welcome the chat here before we talk about the movie real quick. Luddites are us. If not worn out by Kolchak's Finguli, I'll be in this one. I have a friend of mine that was watching that. I was thanking him for suggesting Forgotten Love. Sartori Clegane, who is doing a production of The Crucible.
Yeah.
Ooh, great time of year for that. Love The Crucible. There's the last call with Troy Pacelli in the house. There, of course, is the Cosby link at the top of the chat. Full disclosure, I will be watching it in Cosby because my copy had the last 10 minutes cut off for some reason. So I was scrambling at the last minute. So I'm going to be on Cosby, watching it on Cosby myself. Netter, of course, on there, saying hi to everybody.
I love you too, Netter.
Deleted Scenes, giving a salute. How are you doing, Deleted Scenes? In fact, Deleted Scenes, myself, and Soundtracks with Birdman, fingers crossed as long as his work goes all right, we'll be doing another Friday night rewatch this week. We'll be watching The Witch from 2015, or The Witch, as I like to say.
When I think Deleted Scenes mentioned it on last night's stream, I corrected his pronunciation. I said, you mean the Vavitch.
The Vavitch, yeah. Nice, like, moody, atmospheric film. I've been wanting to watch it again. And
now you're doing that earlier in the evening. Will it make a lead into
7:30? Yeah, it'll be.
That's perfect because that'll make an awesome lead into to Last Call, which is of course lesbian vampires, trope or archetype.
Nice.
I think we'll start out suggesting it's a kind of archetype and then start drifting into trope later.
It's been a long time since I've watched this film. I'm wondering if there's possibly one or two in this one. But I know Hammer's got a history of them because I've seen a few with them. The lovely Lady Mist, of course, giving flowers to everybody. Thank you, my dear, for coming by. Deleted Scenes forgot this was a rated R movie. Haven't seen it in so long, I guess I forgot. Be following along with my own copy, but I'll check in on Cosby from time to time. Yeah, like I said, mine got weird for some reason. Jesse Guajardo, welcome, sir. Guajardo.
Yeah, Guajardo. Right. There you go.
Hope I got that one right.
You did.
Going down the chat, seeing who may be here. Lester San Jose, the Skeptic Tank. Welcome, sir. Thank you. Just making sure I'm not forgetting anybody here.
He was the last one.
He was the last one, new one?
Well,
there we go. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Like I said, if you don't have your own copy, there is a link at the top, which I will be using myself. Already there and waiting. So it's all, hey, I'm putting it all on. I'm letting Troy drive the movie tonight.
There we go.
But yeah, Captain KRONOS, Vampire Hunter, Hammer Horror Films has a great history starting back in the late 50s with Count Dracula, played by Christopher Lee, of course, with his Van Helsing being Peter Cushing, and a friendship was born. Neither one of them were in this one, but and Hammer's still going. A lot of people forget that, although they're not it's not like it used to be, but they still have stuff out there, put stuff out. But Captain KRONOS Vampire Hunter is a film I had not seen for over 30 years. When I saw this film, I was still doing my medieval recreations, and we had an afternoon of doing. We were doing a battle recreation. I forget which one, and there was a feast later that night. And usually we have to like find something to do with ourselves for like 5 or 6 hours before the feast. And everybody got invited over to a friend's house, and we sat and we watched a double feature. One film was Charlton Heston's The Warlord, and the other Captain KRONOS Vampire Hunter. And I was watching it with a bunch of weird guys and girls dressed in medieval garb, and it was an awesome time. So it's been on my list of fun films to share with people, but it's been a long time since I watched it, so I really don't remember a lot about it. There are a few iconic scenes that always stuck with me, especially the mirror sword scene with the eyes. If you guys have watched it recently, you'll know what I'm talking about. For some reason, that's always stuck with me. I've always found that fascinating. Neither of you two have seen it, right?
Have not.
Nope.
Like I was saying back in the green room, it has been on my list not only of films to watch, but films to actually get, because I'm just collecting the Hammer horror films,
Right.
and I became aware of this when I was researching the Karnstein trilogy, and I guess it suggested that. Now I know you and Boomer have different opinions on this. Boomer is very much in this belongs with the Karnstein trilogy, which would make it not a trilogy anymore. Make it a quadrilogy. And you're saying, yeah, no, it's not really that closely connected. I said, I don't have a dog in this hunt. I don't know. But my understanding is that it does feature one of the Karnstein characters, or at least mention it or something like that.
So I think the word I used when we were talking about it last time was Karnstein adjacent.
Sure.
So it's like it's kind of like if you watch the film Watchmen, it's like the Tales of the Black Freighter,
right? Yeah, exactly.
As far as kind of associated.
One of the things I was discovering as I was reading through the lore on the Karnstein trilogy is that, as far as Hammer horror vampire films go, the vampire lore is a little bit different for the Karnstein trilogy than for like Dracula and some of the other ones. Mm-hmm. In regards to, for example, Dracula exposed to sunlight, he bursts into flames. That's not the case for the Karnstein trilogy. So I'm kind of wondering if that's going to be true for Captain KRONOS.
Yeah, they're the ones that they can go out. I mean, they're sensitive to sunlight, but they don't burn up. They don't like go poof. Like
do they sparkle and shimmer? I'm joking.
I tell you, some of the girls in those Hammer films do.
Yeah, there you go.
Not in the Twilight kind of way though.
There we go.
But yeah, looking forward to it. Also, just want to let the chat know if anybody is a fan. I was telling Ned or them today was a big day for kind of my extended YouTube family. Professor Geek and Sound Engraver were officially not engaged. They were wed today. They are a married couple now, and the fan man was the best man in attendance. I was the best man in absentia. But I did get to see his toast thanks to his wife videotaping it. Got to see a nice picture of the Han and Leia cake topping. so just put out some good thoughts for a happy marriage for those two. Myself, very, very happy that the Hallmark movies are around. So Hallmark Christmas is back, so it's officially the Christmas season if you're a Hallmark fan. But you know what? It's not Christmas. It's right before Halloween, and that's why we have vampire films, and that's why we're watching this tonight. So, Troy,
real quick,
okay.
let's welcome Samuel Proctor
Samuel Buckner popped
because
in.
he just
Sorry.
got here. And yes, he's making a great point. So it's like the actual Stoker vampire. Sunlight doesn't kill, but it does neuter their powers. That's I don't know what impact it has on their powers, because again, I'm a little bit behind on this particular movie. We'll see. But yes, Al, I am ready to go. All you gotta do is do the 3, 2, 1 kind of
okay,
like you do, and then I'll do. Yeah.
Okay, let's start this ball rolling in 3, 2, 1, go.
And I'm very sorry, I do not have subtitles, folks. That's my bad.
Well, I think you do that mainly for me, because I can't always hear proper.
Well, I figure it's good for anyone, because we are going to be talking over these movies.
That's true.
So.
Always nice when they start on a cross.
Yeah.
Hammer Horror Films, always known for their lovely ladies.
She's sitting there playing with her bangs, and I could see the dark light underneath where her actual hair is.
Right. I also notice how she's looking into the mirror, but she's looking at an angle so that she's looking into the camera. Like, you're not seeing anything that's helping you with your hair.
Oh, no,
Nazgul.
It's a Nazgul. I was thinking the same thing.
You did.
Wouldst thou like to live deliciously? Oh, sorry, that's nice.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen that girl. Looks familiar.
She looks a lot like what's her name? Sarah Jane.
Ooh, you're right. Yeah.
But it's not her, but yeah.
Who plays Anne? Let's see if I. Oh, Elizabeth Deer. That's all he really says.
Actually, in that shot, she looked a little bit like Jenny Agutter.
That might be what triggered it. The Jenny Agutter eyes.
And she looks like Granny.
It's like, whatever, lotion you're using, I'd stop using because it's doing nail papers.
I don't know.
It's like, girl, you've been out in the sun too long.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Samuel Proctor said, he can't believe the professor had the idea to let Fan Man be the best man. He was nervous, and between me and Fan Man, we kept that nervousness up for like the possible things he could have talked about. But it was a good speech. But he did do a top 10 list, which was kind of cool.
Oh, so they're married now?
Yep.
Yeah, got married today.
Oh.
About 11-ish, something like that.
Lester San Jose is saying, why is Carolyn Munro a familiar name? Has she been in anything else that he might have seen?
She's been in a couple of Hammer Horrors. She's just like been in like the Golden Voyage of Sinbad.
Star Crash. That's right.
She was in Star Crash. The Spy Who Loved Me. She turned down the role of Ursa in Superman.
Oh.
To be in The Spy Who Loved Me. Yeah, she's been out there in a lot of stuff.
So Captain KRONOS kind of sounds like a superhero.
Yeah, don't it? Music by Larry Janson.
The one thing I always loved about Hammer films, they get their they really do go after the period piece, right? With
Right.
you know, the horse-drawn carriages and the costumes and, you know, the props, and they really go at it.
Yeah, they've got some greats. I mean, like you said you've been watching a lot of them
Yeah,
lately. Their films are really beautifully done, and like some of the like I said, some of the early ones. Now I'm more familiar with some of the early ones, like Dracula, Curse of Frankenstein, The Mummy.
yeah.
But some of the later ones, like this one, are, you know, bringing in new stars and stuff like that. There's a creepiness about the atmosphere of it. The film look to it.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe.
That 70s grain. Yeah.
Right. You're exactly right. It's like someone's trying to feed her a salad the hard way.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, no, she's definitely been pilloried.
How dare she?
Yeah, she thought she was going to get beheaded for that.
Oh, he broke her lock?
Yeah.
Caroline Munro.
Yeah.
Gorgeous lady. I like that big honking ring he's got.
I like how he just starts. He's like, yeah,
like, make her work for it.
What a jerk.
Well, she seemed nonplussed by it.
John H., thank you, sir. Yeah, it always come up now and then to do this film. I mean, even like a couple of years ago, people were saying, "Why'd you do Captain KRONOS?"
Yeah.
I finally pulled the trigger.
Oh, Tiny Tim grew up.
Poor girl needs some shoes.
She's carrying.
Oh no, she's got shoes. Dun, dun, dun. I do like Hammer's visuals. They're very simple but very effective.
Yeah. And it almost makes you wonder if they didn't like go out in the woods and say, "Hey, this looks like a good shot. Let's make sure this gets in there." Like this, you know, the rotting tree there.
Yep.
Now this vampire, I'm assuming that's what this is, that we saw attack the blonde girl earlier. I get the impression. Oh, did you see that? The flowers just go black.
Yep.
So it like draws out life energy. We're not really seeing the whole, you know, bite your neck, suck your blood thing.
Right. It's a different kind of a vampire.
Yeah. It's like the energy vampire.
Right. To an extent. I mean, there's still some biting going on, but there are other ways that a vampire can mess you up.
Well, that's weird because now she got a little blood on her lip. Yep, that's how you light a cigar.
That's just a name you don't hear anymore. Hieronymus.
Hieronymus, yeah.
Be a great name
I
for
don't
a pet.
think I've ever heard that name before.
Or Hieronymus Bosch. He's a famous painter. I think he painted Hell, didn't he? Or am I thinking somebody else? Or Death?
I don't know.
Death.
Yeah.
I forget.
We will be where we must be. So you're saying that this vampire is of the same school of vampire as the animated Morbius, where he sucks energy and plasma out of the tubes on his hand. No, I mean, I suppose it's possible. We don't know the details just yet.
Right,
I was thinking more specifically the energy vampire that literally through physical contact draws off your life energy. Usually manifests in you suddenly aging quickly.
Right. Of course, one of my favorite vampires, the space vampire from Buck Rogers.
Oh, the Vorvon.
The Vorvon, yes.
Yeah. That was an excellent interpretation of Dracula. I mean, right down to the ship being called the Demeter.
Yep. And he definitely had that Nosferatu type feel to him.
She did.
Oh, poor
She's
girl.
dead and old.
That looked like a guy.
I just love how fancy he is with his little big old K on his little horse's blanket. Oh, same Power says it was a joke, Troy, about the Morbius vampire.
Oh, see, I don't really know much about Morbius, so I didn't have a frame of reference. All I know is the meme. It's Morbin time.
Blupotronic said howdy, and
yep. I don't know. I don't necessarily know if the person in Cosme is joining us here as well. So I don't even know if they can hear us.
You know, I gotta say, KRONOS has a nice head of hair.
Yeah.
I love buckets like that.
Yeah.
The old wooden buckets.
I mean, it's not good. Wow.
That's
Great line.
that's an image.
Wow, this was 1974. This was long before Vampire the Masquerade started talking about
Yeah.
clans of vampires.
So different types, different methods.
Yeah.
Great old time word that people don't use a lot. Mesmerism.
Yeah.
People use mesmerizing for things, but
Yeah.
mesmerism is a forgotten.
Yeah. Digging the katana. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice array of weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's also got a rapier.
Yeah, you figure he probably studies different. I mean, in a way, he's a soldier for hire, right?
Yeah. That's a bat hanging there on the cross.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Like that lighting with the cross on the wall there.
So when is this film set? Because that makes me wonder, is it supposed to be a Catholic church or an Anglican church?
Probably Anglican, but I don't know specific time or not. I think it's like just like one of those olden times kind of thing.
Well, that's weird. Ooh.
That is a nasty wound.
Yeah. Wow.
That's an understatement.
Nothing subtle about that, was there?
No. Uh-oh. I mean, this is like he's like the player character in a role-playing game, you know?
A little bit, yeah.
This is the adventure hook.
You notice all the blood on the bell?
Uh-huh.
And the light on the cross, the front of the cross is gone.
I mean, that's some pretty good framing so that you see out that back window and it squares off with the statue.
Again, like, what a dude.
Ugh.
He was in Hawk the Slayer, if deleted scenes remembers that.
So Lester San Jose says, I'm still finding it intriguing that the Romanian word for love is dracoste. I'll take your word on that. I don't know any Romanian.
It'd be kind of a fun language to know, to use, like if you and like another person know it, just to like talk behind.
Yeah, right. It's just obscure enough that it's unlikely that anyone around here would speak it.
Like
Yeah.
Klingon.
Yeah, well, like Klingon. Yeah, that's true.
It was like I did a D&D campaign, kind of had that situation going on. For some reason, my character knew Copper Dragon, and me and the DM figured out why. My godfather was actually the Lord of the Copper Dragons, and so he taught me the language. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of cool. So me and my godfather could talk, and nobody could understand us.
There you go.
The guy's wearing a crooked hat. This is a colonial era. There is some kooky vampire lore that happens in this. I love it.
I was just looking it up, and it's claiming this is 19th century, so this would be a little bit later than the colonial era. But
Okay, I looked down for a minute. What were they burying?
A dead toad.
Ew.
Or frog, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Toad, frog, potato.
well, I mean, it's nice that he gets a proper Christian burial.
Okay, what's with the red ribbons?
I'm sure there's some sort of superstition behind it.
Makes you wonder what he's smoking.
Well, I was just going to say, he's going to survive all these vampire attacks, and, he's got the big scar on his side and everything. He's going to end up dying of lung cancer. See, it's a Chinese herb.
Oh, I love a good rapier. So there was a war. I bet it was Napoleonic.
Yeah, probably.
Post-Napoleonic.
I know you've got guts. I've seen them.
Love a line like that.
Right. I usually can't tell on sight, Lester, but The difference is that toads are reptiles and frogs are amphibious. For crying out loud, it's supposed to be R-rated. What's with the shadows?
Yep. Sometimes it pays to break someone out of a pillory.
Yep. Oh, this is problematic now.
Uh-oh, she's giving in.
Yep. He's a mesmer.
Apparently not so mesmerizing.
Yeah, she got distracted.
Yeah, he must be a good kisser. She just like something catches her eye somewhere else like that.
Yeah. Oh, shut up and kiss me. I mean, he actually makes a good point there. What could happen in that distance? Well, 40 years could be sucked out of you.
Yep. It's exactly the thing. With everything that's been going on, I'll be fine. Just walking through the woods.
Good to
Exactly.
be fine.
Bye-bye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
I guess, right?
I would have told her, at least let me walk you to the edge of the woods. Your
Right.
father won't see me and you'll be safe. Run. Go help her.
I mean, he literally was within visual distance of her. That's just... How the F? Yep. Time for retirement benefits. Well, sir, all your daughters are dead. Good point. Yeah, they did have an eyewitness.
And you know what they were doing because she was naked.
Yep. Oh, they were just taking a nap.
Is that really doing anything? He's swinging it so fast it doesn't have time for the smoke to actually do anything.
Well, it's not that it does anything. It's a sacrifice. They're very expensive resins that you burn up in there, and it's part of the
But then you'd think he would swing more slowly so the smoke can actually,
the
permeate the
smoke
air.
is supposed to go up to heaven. It's not supposed to necessarily linger.
But shouldn't it be cleansing the area and then going up?
Nothing.
It's a fine weapon to be digging with.
I mean, it's a tool, right?
Well, I wouldn't be using my fine katana for just digging with, though.
Technically, he's not digging with it. He's just probing with it. The digging he's doing by hand. Well, that's weird.
Yep, brought the toad back to life.
Because that's just something vampires do now, I guess.
It's a weird folklore.
The four horsemen of the apocalypse?
More likely a carriage.
Yeah.
He's like, but I just got here.
So, are those birch trees? They have birch in England, don't they?
I don't see why not. Alexa, are there birch trees in England?
From how.co.uk. Silver birch trees grow in climates indicative of Northern Hemisphere locations and are native to England.
There we go.
The more you know.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, it is a great time to be alive when you can literally just anything that pops into your head, you can speak it into the air and get an answer.
Canary in a coal mine equals toad in a box.
I guess.
Nice boots.
Hey, Nate, welcome.
Hey, Nate. Deleuze is a jerk alert.
And I love how you see him reaching for the mallet underneath the bar. Ew.
She's a nice looking woman.
Not an ass.
Yeah. Okay, someone's got to clobber these guys.
It's not funny.
Well, now. He draws pretty fast. This is a little tense.
A little drum beat in the
Yeah,
background.
right,
too,
right.
helps. Boom, boom.
I'll do better than that. I'll speak money.
I was like, well, why didn't you say so?
Now you're talking my language. Well, it certainly opens most of them, especially in Washington, D.C.
That is a big room.
Yep. And every time I see a location like this, I'm like, I wonder where they're filming it.
When I was reading some of the things on it, I didn't see anything about where it was filmed. They originally intended to make this a trilogy, but it underperformed, and they only did the one. Though they have continued adventures in comics at certain points. I love a little aperitif glasses like that.
Okay, the guy in the black is holding the glass correctly. The guy in the tan is holding it incorrectly.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Well, you could tell they're classed just by the way they're holding the glass. Yeah. The one in black obviously is more cultured. The one in the tan is just uncouth.
It depends on how you look at it. One is following the rules of etiquette. The other one may feel he's above all that.
The reason you hold the glass by the bottom, like the guy in the black is doing,
for the temperature of the
right. You don't want to warm the alcohol, which is what the other fellow's doing by having his hand wrapped around it. See, I know things.
So I guess the primary filming location was Black Park, Iverheath, Buckinghamshire, England. Same filming location as the 2015 production of Cinderella.
Is that the one with Lily James?
Yes.
I saw bits of that.
It was actually really good.
Yeah, I liked what I saw, especially Lily James. But
yeah.
But a bum. Mother calls.
It's funny how their whole face looks old except for their eyes.
I think those interior shots that we were seeing are from the Oakley Court hotel. Well, it's now a hotel. I don't know if it was then. Shouldn't he be calling her mommy? Well, but not me.
I like that's the head they're going down.
Okay, Captain KRONOS has got some gorgeous blue eyes.
He's got some big cojones too. Yeah. If this was a modern film, they'd have like fallen in half or something.
Yeah.
At least he knew to duck.
Yep. I mean, they were only human. You still haven't answered my question.
I like that. It's like that just happened. Still
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
well,
silly.
and if I was the barkeep, I'd be, like the guy from Untouchables. What? I'll tell you anything you want to know. He's faster than Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, he cut down 3 guys, not just 1. Or 2, I guess. Counting Ponda Baba. Okay, he's dead now. Or not. Oh. Nosebleed. The danger of wearing white gloves, I guess.
I guess white gloves would not be a good choice for
Right.
Joe to use anyway.
Good point. Okay. I like this KRONOS guy. Also very astute of him to have deduced.
He's a cool character.
Yeah. I love the festive jingle bells.
Yeah, they do kind of have a Christmassy feel to them, don't they? With the red ribbon.
The three knuckleheads in the bar were deserters and would never have picked a fight with a captain unless they were paid to do so. Yeah.
She's like, what the heck?
Oop.
Yes, there's a girl in trouble. Go watch for it, dumbass. Yep, too late.
Yeah, he dead.
Oh,
Yeah,
bat to the face.
right, exactly. That's a big bat, too. And of course, the standard hammer horror tempera paints for blood.
Well, the thing is, the dark-haired girl there should have a big cut on her hand because she was holding the end of a sword when he jerked it away to start running.
Oh,
All those eggs.
yeah.
Those eggs that are perfectly placed.
Yeah. And perfectly scrambled.
I got 2 eggs in my refrigerator I really need to use.
Huh.
A little ham steak too, make some ham and eggs. Because they call her Batgirl. Oh, that was creepy. In an incestuous kind of way.
Of course.
I love a little clay pipe. They just look so, I don't know. Hello.
I don't like them. I don't like the way they burn. They burn too hot, in my opinion.
She was not she didn't want to do any nudity, so they did the long hair and some gaffer's tape to hide the goods.
She's turned on by that.
I guess.
Why was her mouth bleeding? What's wrong with this dude?
He's younger.
I would have to kill you now. She's like, darn it, every time we're getting busy, somebody's got to interrupt us.
I know. It's like these vampires are really harshing my vibe.
Damn vampire cock blockers.
That's why you kill them, right?
Like they're gonna use them to test how to kill this kind of vampire.
Right.
Okay, honey, are my eyes ever that blue?
It depends on the light and what you're wearing.
Because there's a gorgeous color blue eyes he's got. And she's like, well, I guess I'm not going to get busy anymore today.
I like it. Not just steaks, but fancy steaks.
Well, friends deserve the best.
Okay, but the guy's wearing a cross, so I guess the cross has no effect.
Cross only matters if the fit is strong.
He's like, damn, that hurts. Nope. Hanging.
And he heals.
No, the stake went into him. He didn't bleed, and they pulled it out, and there's just a scar where it had gone in, so it didn't kill him. Now they're trying hanging. Apparently, that's not working.
Yeah, it gives him a chance. He's basically a lab rat right now,
Right.
to find out how to kill this kind of vampire, because there's different kinds, not just Gangrel, Bruja, Nosferatu, Ventru.
Did you say Gangrel already?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we got something. I mean, hell, they didn't even do anything to him. They just showed him the flyer. Oh, the cross.
So
But he was wearing that cross the whole time.
It impaled him.
Oh.
Steel.
all steel. Okay.
Yeah, no, the flame was a red herring. By going back and forward, he impaled himself on the steel cross.
It's instead of a wooden stake, steel is what'll kill him.
Right.
And that kind of comes from like the fairy folk and Celtic lore. Steel, iron.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great little story point there, right? Technically, that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
What is your defense? He turned into a vampire, so I killed him? So you admit you killed him. It's kind of like where they were starting to go with that, the first Highlander movie, right? You know, finding all these decapitated bodies. You're like, oh, here we go again.
It's actually kind of a short katana.
I like that. The flame was to this what communism was to Clue. Samuel Proctor, I got that reference. So what we're getting here is he's good enough to not only kill 3 guys in a bar, but he's good enough to take on a whole bunch of people and disarm each one without killing them.
I like how like the swords end up like yards away.
Yeah.
She's like,
She's getting a charge out of this.
I know. She's like, that's my man.
Well, even his buddy's like, oh, that was a good show.
According to ancient folklore, driving a stake through a vampire's heart only works when the stake is made from wood from the Black Forest.
I've also seen tales that it has to be rosewood. Sometimes birch. Sometimes it's not just driving the stake through the heart. It has to be driven into the coffin to hold them in the coffin.
And it's not just regular steel because they're making something from a steel cross.
Right.
So maybe it's the not only the symbolism, but the now that's some fast forging. As someone who's done blacksmithing.
Well, he worked all night.
Yeah. A sword that detailed and beautiful would take a lot of nights. I will say though, I like the shape of that sword. That's the kind of a sword I would very much want to have. The classic cruciform look. Bug.
He's that fast.
Okay, there are some things you want to be fast in, some things you don't want to be fast in.
Right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Like, here I come.
It's like, man, I just get my sword and boom, he's there.
It reminds me of that YouTube show I watch. It's like I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's this woman cooking at a hearth, like in a colonial style. She doesn't talk. It's like an ASMR kind, almost like ASMR kind of thing.
Sure.
But but she's like cooking actual
meals,
1700 dishes. But then there's another channel that she does with her boyfriend, husband, fiance, I don't know, where they eat the food and talk about how it is. It's really cool.
Well, okay then. Wow. Oh,
Oh,
like getting run over severed his arm. I suppose it's possible.
Okay, so is he in shock or just
He's
dead?
dead. He's DED dead.
he is an ex-parrot. No, so that's
Yeah, exactly. That's gonna leave a scar. Yeah.
oh, that's never good.
No.
That's a slick little trick there.
Samuel Proctor said he isn't mostly dead. He's definitely all dead. Well, I mean, when it comes to death, you don't want any half measures. I mean, I guess that's kind of the whole point of this movie, isn't it? Like, and you are?
Her gay boyfriend?
No, her brother boyfriend.
Her brother with benefits.
I guess, yeah, exactly. And I mean, think about this. If you are a professional vampire hunter and every vampire you fight potentially is a different method to kill, you're going to be like a Dungeons and Dragons fighter having to collect up all different kinds of swords.
I always remembered that mirror thing on the sword. It's like I always thought it was so cool.
Yeah.
Like that little pixie haircut.
Yeah. I mean, it seems a bit anachronistic, but I agree with you. I do like it.
Yeah.
Think you, sir, may have another?
I know the actor there, he passed away on my birthday 2 years ago or last year, or something like that. The guy has a great snob look to him.
Right.
Like you can see him playing that kind of a part throughout his career.
And you know, not only are they going for the brother sister thing here, but the pixie cut, you know, and really her manner of dress and everything is very, you know, masculine.
Like they're supposed to be twins or something.
Right. I don't know. I may not sleep at all. I may sleep with one eye open.
You got to give her credit though for one being brave.
Yep.
And loyal, and she was grappling hooks. I always think of a boat anchor.
Yeah.
That's what all the boat anchors looked like when I was growing up. Always wanted to try that, but I didn't really have anything to throw high to hook onto. I haven't really mentioned it much, but I really like this score to this. I like the music and the sound, and it's very old school.
I agree, and not all Hammer films are made the same. Some of the music in some of the films is a little bit jarring.
Yeah. Our West Virginia brother. Having read it in Garland Poe, not surprised. If you're a Poe fan, I suggest watching that Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix. But beware, it is wokety woke woke woke. But well done. I mean, it's kind of the conundrum we live in these days.
Well, that's the problem. That kind of stuff just takes me out of it, and I
would say it didn't take me out of it, but I really kind of did eye roll a lot.
Yeah.
Or did come up. I'm like, wow, they're all gay.
Yeah.
Shocking. Or pansexual or omnisexual. I don't know, whatever sexual they're using these days. Wow, what would omnisexual be? Good Lord.
You'll do it with anything? Yeah, kind of saw this coming.
See, that wouldn't work on me. I have too many blankets on my bed. It would take me forever to get up.
Yeah. Come to me. I'm trying.
Wait, my foot's stuck.
Come to me. I said I'm trying. Give me a minute.
It's like, damn, Mom got hot.
There you go. She's the Karstein.
Silly child.
Yeah. Okay, so he's been the one that's been in the cloak and everything. Nate says, when I was a kid, I made a grappling hook out of coat hangers and an old rope. Nearly broke my neck trying to climb on the back of the house.
I don't wanna.
I mean, I'm thinking no.
At least they're not wearing the same jammies.
At least they're wearing jammies.
Yeah.
Nope. Yep. No. Yeah. Absolutely. I know nothing. Nothing.
Well, at least they're not going to kill their own kids.
At least not right now.
Mesmerized.
Kinky. She's going to mesmerize herself.
Okay, I see how that works. The
Mhm.
mirror and
Like
the
Medusa.
mesmerism. Yeah.
Now stab her through the heart. Ew.
Well, that's rude. So much for chivalry. That's dirty pool. Yeah, boss fight.
I love clang of Hollywood swords.
Yep.
I can beat you sitting down.
But what I failed to tell you is I'm really left-handed. Yeah, and to be honest with you, I think if I was going to forge a sword out of steel to fight this vampire, maybe I'd have also brought along a steel, offhand weapon.
Yeah.
That's two. Oh. Okay. Turnabout's fair play.
He needs his sword back.
He's going to end up skewering his kids. Well, see, that's when he came between me and the fencing blade. I would have gone for the steel one.
Okay, are you guys dueling or dancing?
It's a fine line. Yeah, that had to hurt. Look, even if it doesn't kill you, it's still gotta hurt, right?
I guess not.
Yeah, exactly.
He answered that question for you.
That was pretty good timing. What would have been funny is if he tried to throw it to him and actually skewered him in the back. Oops! Sorry, I took your kill from you, sir.
There can be only one.
Yes, there could be only one. Weren't expecting that, were you, Karstein?
I liked how she had that tear coming down her eye. Not the blood one, but the
Right,
other eye.
the other side, she was crying, yeah. Samuel Proctor just saw Highlander for the first time 2 weeks ago.
Oh, sweet. What'd you think?
Great movie. Okay, I'll kill you too.
Whoa!
Yeah, the spell's over. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Like he crossed himself.
Yeah.
Like the bratty kids were just that. Bratty kids. Why want to keep that in the arsenal, dude?
Right?
Guess
Why leave it?
I mean, I'll work on all kinds of vampires.
Right. You might run into another one of their
clans. I mean, I would keep it just in case.
Well, I would.
Like that nice little salute to his deceased friend.
Well, his manservant looks amused.
There's vampires all over the place, girl.
Why didn't you just go with them?
Well, they were planning a sequel, so they had to see who was coming back.
Horst Janson, who's was dubbed, by the way. He had too much of a German accent, or some whatever accent.
See, that's a shame because that would have been a very interesting route to take. If he's originally from Germany and the Karsteins were from Germany, so like he followed her there to England, that would have been an interesting. How would you like to be cast as whore? That kind of sucks.
Whore. A Hammer production.
So Penny, you're in a movie, huh? Yeah. What do you play? Whore.
I think you don't get those nice long credits in a film like that. Well, that is Captain KRONOS Vampire Hunter. What'd you guys think?
I liked it.
I like it too. I mean,
I guess I was expecting it to be. I don't know. I was expecting it to be kind of cheesy. I hadn't heard, that it was like that great a film. I heard that it didn't do well, and I thought, okay, well, if this is a Hammer horror, this is like real Hammer horror. No, this was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I actually liked it.
It's a good.
I still think the girl should have gone with him at the end, though.
Yeah,
she seemed to be a pretty good companion.
If Carol Munro, I'd be like, hop on, man.
Yeah.
So, Hieronymus, make some room.
Right.
But they were like some cool characters. So I want the actors in it. I thought were really solid. I kind of wish we'd gotten a few more Captain KRONOS movies. Maybe they'll revisit the character one day. Like I said, I know the film has a novelization, hard to find. I kind of looked for it once, and I think it was like very expensive. Or
I would imagine anytime a book goes out of print, the price just shoots through the roof.
And I know there's a couple of comics out there. That's about all I know. But it's got a good soundtrack. I like that set, like you said earlier, that 70s grainy, cloudy, look to it. It's got some good lighting. Just a fun movie. Nice, like I said, not over the top with gore, just blood every now and then. Yeah, and an arm laying on the red.
And that one arm. That actually was of all the dismemberments I've ever seen in a Hammer horror film. That one was good and subtle because he's lying outstretched. And then when he moves, that's when you realize his arm's been severed.
Yeah. It was kind of a cool little effect there.
Yeah.
Lady Miss got the movie title confused with another vampire hunter killer movie, The Fearless Vampire Killers. Still an okay movie. Thank you, Big Al. Thank you.
I never.
You're welcome. I'm glad. Yeah, I never heard of that too. Like I said, just a fun little movie. Thought it'd be nice this time of year. And next week it's still Halloween. It's the Halloween season, and you're going to bring us what movie next week?
Corpse Bride.
Corpse Bride. Is that the Johnny Depp voicing that?
I think you're right.
I think it's Johnny Depp the voices. Yes.
Yeah, cool. I've never seen that. Look forward to it.
Yep. As you would imagine, Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter, because it is a Tim Burton film and he doesn't know anybody else.
And basically, it's telling you, don't make vows lightly.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
If they remade this movie today, the captain would be played by a fat transgender black lesbian.
Right, exactly. I just looked it up. The Fearless Vampire Killers. I have seen that. That one was not as good a movie. Although there is more nudity in it.
Ooh, might have to check that out.
It's not worth it.
Oh.
I mean, there's this kind of hot redhead, but
Yeah. Well, me in weird movies. I will say I had one suggested to me that I watched, and it was shockingly fun. I'm going to do a 10-word review on it. It's called Rubber. It is about an evil tire.
Oh, I've heard about that. I
kid you not. Yeah, it's actually it's like very weird, meta, bizarre. It is really a weird film, but it's really well done.
Oh my gosh, that was Sharon Tate that was in The Fearless Vampire Killers.
Ooh.
Huh. Well, that's actually kind of sad.
Yeah. So next week we got Corpse Bride, but there's a long week ahead of us. tomorrow night, of course. Is there anything before Unscripted?
We actually, if you guys and deleted scenes, if you want to let us know exactly, I know that deleted scenes does something earlier in the day with Jedi Bill. There's like a Western rewatch or
it's
something
like a Western rewatch. Yeah, tell us a little bit more about that. Write down what you guys watching this week.
And if you got a link or whatever, drop that in there.
I know was it last weekend or the weekend before they did a film that I'll actually be doing in February.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Moon Ways to Die in the West.
And let me see. But yeah, then at 7 Central, 8 Eastern, it's unscripted.
Unscripted. Not sure what number it is or what his title is this week.
I didn't see a title, so I don't know.
But check that out on Deleted Scenes channel, and of course that is the official lead-in to Geeky Geezers.
We got a ton of Disney news, and again, we'll bring you stuff that you've heard elsewhere. But if we bring you stuff you've heard elsewhere, you're going to get a very different take on it. So,
gonna bring Burt Young into the mention.
Yep, I will.
Yeah,
and Disney, for all of their quieting the noise, they are bringing in a new DEI manager. So we'll be talking about that. Y'all have heard about the altering Bambi for the modern audience.
God, I heard this. I already hate it.
I have a different take on why they're doing it too. It's a different take than you're probably going to hear from most outlets.
The Western Cinema Sunday Ghost Riders, 1987, Sunday at 4 p.m.
There you go.
I haven't heard of Ghost Riders.
You probably have heard about Tara Strong. She let me see here.
Probably the vocal artist.
The voice actress that has suddenly been canceled. We'll talk a little bit about her.
Really,
too.
I hadn't heard that. Haven't heard about that.
Oh yeah.
So that and a lot more on Geeky Geezers tomorrow at 9 Eastern. 9 Eastern, 8 Central.
Yep.
And that will be followed by, I'm assuming, Deleted Scenes with Other Side of Midnight. I keep wanting to say after midnight. Other Side of Midnight.
Oh, and that's right. Unscripted is the title is The Answer to Everything is 18. I love his titles because I honestly don't know until he goes live what the heck that means.
I don't know what he's talking about. It's like, what is that about? Okay, well, I'll see. If you want to know why that title is the way it is, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on Deleted Scenes. Of course, then we go into Monday. I am not aware of anything happening on a Monday.
Excuse me.
Nor Tuesday, nor Wednesday. But on Thursday, there is a thing happening on Thursday.
You could even call it a Thursday.
Yes,
Thursday things with on Knitters Network. What's up this week?
And I will have as my special guest Zombie Box Reviews.
Ooh, zombie! Good time of year to have
And
a zombie
if
box
there is
circus.
anyone who is interested in being a guest on Thursday Things, it's pretty much an hour-long show every Thursday, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. I am open from. Let me look at my calendar here.
Is that
November 9th and beyond.
Is that a central thing where you guys start with the central, then say Eastern?
Yeah, because that's the way we always said it on television whenever they're talking about a TV show.
Okay.
They say 9 Central, 10 Eastern.
I figured that's what it was because here on the East Coast, it's a whole different, it's Eastern. Eastern Standard Time, 7 Central.
Well, it's also because some people can't math. And then we just say 9 Central. They're like, so what time is that my time? So we just say 9 Central, 10 Eastern because we have a lot of audience here that's Eastern, and they understand that then.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a live from Sparkwood and 21 Tuesday night at 8:30.
Oh, that's right. It's a new one. I've totally forgot. So yeah, every Tuesday going forward on Deleted Scenes, we're going to be watching the next episode of Twin Peaks. And
okay.
Yep.
So that's the show called Sparkwood 21.
Yep.
And
Okay.
on
So
the
that's
Tuesday,
an every Tuesday now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
and I know that on the Halloween Tuesday, Troy and I are going to be on a different show.
Yeah, but
earlier.
I've done the maths, and we're earlier, so
Okay.
we'll be done by the time deleted scenes.
Okay.
Channel.
Anyway,
Cool.
If anyone is interested in being a guest on Thursday Things,
Yeah.
I'm open November 9th and beyond for any guests. It's an hour-long show. You know, you want to talk about your channel. My only requirements are that you have a channel that you're trying to grow with your own content on there, so we can talk about you and your content and how to grow you and all that sort of thing.
That's right. Absolutely.
So you can DM me on Twitter. It's Netters Network, no apostrophe, no spaces. And you can find me there and just DM me and say, hey, yeah, I'd love to be on your show.
Yep.
And I'd love to have you.
That is certainly. And on Friday, as Deleted Scenes has reminded you, I'm having a special Films with Friends because it's Halloween and it's a scary movie, and I wanted to watch the Witch, or as I like to say, and like it is spelled, the Witch.
The Witch, because it's a double V, not a double U.
Double V, because the W was not widely used. They used double V's. So Friday night at 7:30 p.m. Doing that to give Soundtracks with Birdman chance to jump in. So it'll be me, Deleted Scenes, Soundtracks with Birdman, watching the Witch or the Vivitch with Anya Taylor-Joy. So if you want to live deliciously, come and join us. That'll be a lot of fun. And of course, that after that film, we'll leave plenty of time to go right into Last Call with Troy Pichelli, and he will be doing what?
Well, I do feel like The Witch is a great lead-in to Last Call this Friday, because I will have a thematically related song that has been requested that I have to practice this week. But the topic for the night will be lesbian vampires, archetype or trope. And I think we'll start out talking about it being an archetype and probably end up talking about the trope.
Yep. So that'll be Friday, and that will lead into Saturday once again, where it will be on Netters Network, and we'll be watching The Corpse Bride.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be a nice, still after next week. It's still got a few days of Halloween. Well, that'll be fun. Tuesday's Halloween, but it's always a good, horror movies still always good for a horror movie. I would like to say this was The Witch will be the final horror film, unless you count the one we're going to watch before Thanksgiving. But I'll say something about that in a minute. My November rewatches, for anybody who wants to know, in 2 weeks we're going to be watching Yours, Mine, and Ours, starring Henry Fonda and Lucille Ball, the classic one where the woman actually gave birth to eight kids and didn't adopt half of them.
Wow, yeah.
So they changed a lot in that. So Yours, Mine, and Ours, just a fun little family film. I thought it'd be a nice palate cleanser after Halloween and Thanksgiving, November, holidays. It's all about family. And 2 weeks after that, the Thanksgiving classic film starring Pauly Shore. Going to be watching Son-in-Law. So
I hadn't thought about that in years. Oh, that's a great one.
That is a Thanksgiving movie. I just was searching and I found it. I'm like, oh my God, that's right. He goes home for Thanksgiving with her. That's what it is with Pauly Shore and the lovely Carla Gugino and the late great Lane Smith, who plays the dad. So that'll be a lot of fun. Just glad that everybody was able to join us this week for Captain KRONOS Vampire Hunter. It'd been, like I said, it'd been on the list for a while. I'm glad I finally got a chance to sit down with everybody and watch it. So got a lot of great stuff ahead for this week and beyond. But before we say goodbye, Netter.
Oh, yeah.
Well, y'all know what I always say.
Right.
We can talk amongst ourselves, and that's all well, good, and fun. But it is so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat and you're dropping your comments, questions, trivia, being goofy, whatever it may be. It doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases. It feels like we're all hanging out in the same room, enjoying each other's company and having a great time. And you aren't just our friends. You are our family. We love you guys, and we appreciate you so very much. I mean, you can be anywhere right now, and you choose to be here. That is so encouraging. So thank you again for being here. Thank you for being our family, and we will see you next time.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Again, have a wonderful Sunday and a wonderful week ahead. God bless you all, and goodbye.